Hi everyone! I hope this video finds you happy, healthy, and safe. If you're new here, my name is Rhonda with Rhonda's Craft Frenzy, and today I'm kicking off my Christmas for 2021. Here we go. I'm super excited. I hope you like everything I do. If you do, please subscribe to my channel. For those of you who are coming back, thank you so much. You mean everything to me. I'm not going to waste any more of your time. I'll beat you to the craft table. For DIY number one, I used 2 painter sticks. They come in a pack of 3 and I think they're just over $1. I got them at Walmart. I also used 3 or 4 large craft sticks depending on how many steps you want for your ladder, and I stained them with antique wax from Art Mines. Once they were dry, I assembled them, and for this I used hot glue. And then I flipped them over and stapled them on the back just for a longer lasting hold. I grabbed a piece of garland that I had left over from last year. I wrapped it around the ladder in a way that I liked, leaving a section free for embellishments. I used hot glue just at the beginning, and then I wrapped it around because it had wire in it, and that secured it the rest of the way. I used picks that I had from last year as well, just to give it a little decorations. And lastly, I found this really pretty snowflake ornament at Dollar Tree, and I hung it in that open spot, and that was it. I think it's so beautiful, and I can't wait to set it up near my tree. I hope you all like it too. For DIY number 2, I picked up this pretty house picture frame at a lawn sale this summer, and I had a great idea for it. So I started out by staining it with antique wax from Art Mines. I did both sides because it was my intent to have it hang, but I also wanted the option for it to sit on a shelf. I didn't show you in this video, but when I do that, I'm going to use Jenga blocks to make a stand on the back. Once it was dry, I used this white pine branches or whatever you want to call them to decorate the bottom. I just hot glued them in a manner I was happy with. And there were these hearts on the sides of the frame. I really didn't want them to show, so this was a great option and I think it worked out pretty well. Next, I used a couple more large craft sticks that I cut to size, and again I stained them with the antique wax, and this would be used for my roof. As I was working on this, I noticed there was these cute little birds in the frame at the top, and I wanted to bring them to life, so I painted them red. I thought it would bring another nice element of color to this as well. Lastly, I added this really pretty Merry Christmas ornament to the front of the frame. And then I used wood glue for the roof, and it was done. I just love it, and I hope you guys do too. And for DIY number 3, I found these chunky triangle-shaped pieces at Dollar Tree, and I thought I could make them into Christmas trees. It was not easy to get those stickers off, and honestly, there was no need in the end because it would all be covered. So save yourself the time and leave them if you're thinking of creating these cute trees. I didn't want to be able to see through my fabric that I was putting on it, so I painted them with Waverly's plaster colored chalk paint, and this took 2 coats. With that black color on them, I needed to make sure that was covered. And once that paint was dry, I covered them with these crochet squares that I had. You can use an old sweater, which was my intent, but this is what I had and this is the color that I wanted to use. So I glued them with hot glue, and I only put the hot glue on the sides to not make it lumpy. Once they were both glued down, I flipped them over and I cut the excess off. To get them to not unravel, I simply hot glued the ends down onto the back, holding it in place until that glue was set. Because the backs didn't look so nice, and I wanted it to, I used a piece of burlap to cover over it. Use any fabric you have on hand. I'm always trying to use what I have in my stash, and this is what I had. It's only there to finish it off and make it look more store-bought, and I used hot glue to adhere it. The only thing I had left to do was to dress it up a little bit, and for that I used these cute little tags I had from last year. I changed out the ribbon on it for a piece of jute. I hot glued it to the back, and then I added a cute rustic star that I had, and it was done. I love them, and I just can't wait to put them on my tier tray. Thanks so much for watching to the end. You're the best. I appreciate you spending your time here with me, and I hope you found some inspiration in my video. Please consider subscribing to my channel, and if you saw something you like, hit that thumbs up button. Don't be shy with those comments. I hope to see you next time, and until then, keep those glue guns at the ready.